Did you ever thought about what did the Winchester car actually look like? Well, it was this one. It was a black 1967 four-door Chevrolet Impala sedan. If you guys don't know what the Chevrolet Impala is, it's basically a car that was basically drawn up in the 1950s as the Chevrolet Bel Air or a 1955 Chevrolet. Most people thought of it as a coincidence, but according to what Supernatural would have said so, they chose the Impala because when people stop at the lights, the doors would suddenly lock themselves up all by themselves, which is kind of strange because I thought the car was actually alive. And in fact, this gave the whole trademark idea of having a black car used for hunting demons. The 1967 Chevrolet Impala, nicknamed Baby, or sometimes fans call it the Supernatural Impala, was actually powered through a 427 cubic inch big block V8 power plant, a 4-barrel carbureted monster that produces about 190 horsepower, automatic transmission. But some people find it strange to believe because most muscle cars of the era should be at least a 4-speed manual or a 5-speed manual. But baby, she's an automatic. What the show ran for about having a 1967 Chevrolet Impala is that in the original script, the Winchesters, Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles originally were supposed to drive a Ford Mustang. Yep, you heard me. Before the Impala was ever picked, they originally supposed to choose a Ford Mustang, but ended up going for the Chevrolet Impala anyway. The Chevrolet Impala was sometimes referred as a Chevrolet Caprice due to the fact the Impala and Caprice were both based on the unibody platform of the same car and chassis. Although no one ever explains why, but I thought of it as only the Chevrolet Impala. So it's basically revealed that the Chevrolet Impala and Caprice could have shared one body. What is actually so strange about the 1967 Chevrolet Impala is that throughout most of the series of Supernatural, Supernatural tends to destroy multiple Impalas. All of them were 7. Yes, you get it. 7 Chevrolet Impalas were destroyed. But one hero car, that was Jensen Ackles' favorite. He tends to treat the car the same way he did it in the series while voicing Dean Winchester. The license plate on the Impala reads KAZ2Y5. Most people never caught it on camera, but they found out what it means. The vanity plate on the Impala having the license registration KAZ2Y5 is actually a reference to 2005, the year that Supernatural released, and KAZ could mean the Kansas state where the Winchesters live. So that means the Winchesters were actually Texas. They were not actually Texas, but they were Kansas. The abnormality of the Impala was when every time the series shown it, it's revealed that the Impala would coincidentally or subsequently get destroyed in numerous escapades. In fact, in the episode Yellow Fever, Jensen Ackles is revealed to have lip coordinate with the song Eye of the Tiger in the blooper right after the show's episode has ended. And in fact, the funniest thing of all is that the Chevrolet Impala was seen in that part where Jensen Ackles uses his leg to play air guitar. It's kind of funny how that shot was never supposed to be unscripted, but it did work out in the end. Jensen Ackles was definitely in and out of this scene for sure. The 1967 Impala was affectionately referred as Baby, which is ironic because the car's name has revealed to be in an episode based on its preview. Most people thought of it as a coincidence, but some others find it really fun or hard to believe. Although most of the show series showing that Jensen and Jared did drove the Impala, they were almost seen in every other vehicle that is not even with the Impala. Although most people still remember the black 1967 Chevrolet Impala of the Supernatural series, it was also revealed that in 1972, an older Winchester Dean likely chose the 1967 Chevrolet Impala over the Volkswagen bus to John Winchester, who happens to be the father of Sam and Dean. In fact, in that timeline, John was supposed to pick a VW bus, but Dean, he did something that John would have done in the present day. John was definitely going to pick the Chevrolet Impala because, well, the series actually started off with the origins of how Dean and Sam got with the Impala. It's actually revealed that John Winchester actually bought the car himself over a VW bus. Imagine that. If the Winchesters drove a Volkswagen bus, then the Impala would have not given the whole story straight. The license plate on the Impala now reads CNK80Q3, which is basically an Ohio license plate because the Winchesters were on the wanted list by the FBI and had to ditch the old Kansas license plate for an Ohio license plate. You can obviously see it in the blooper of Yellow Fever, where you can obviously see the Ohio license plate in the beginning of Jensen Ackles' performance, Eye of the Tiger. So, what happened to the Impala after Supernatural wrapped? Well, it's now owned by Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki, who got their own Chevrolet Impala. Most people thought of it as a coincidence. Some people may find it so easy to recognize because Jensen Ackles owning the real Supernatural Impala, that is something realistic, something like Dean was in real life. Well, Dean in real life, that's actually Jensen Ackles himself. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Make sure that you go comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell